Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Patricia Yanes, and I am going to talk about the agency which I chose, well, hopefully, will choose me and allow me to do my internship for the MSW program. And that agency is Catholic Charities. It was very difficult living in New York to narrow down just one agency that I felt that I really wanted to work at. I am currently a program director for supportive housing. I currently work for an agency called Providence House, which originally started as a transitional shelter for women coming out of prison or the reentry population, and has slowly um, graduated over the years since 1979 up to date, has definitely expanded its services with not only women coming out of prison in the reentry population, also working with young mothers in our Mommy to Be program, also with women who are in the shelter system who are referred to the agency through the Department of Homeless Services, or the acronym that we normally use is DHS. So in choosing Catholic Charities, it was definitely difficult because there are, again, so many agencies in New York City that provide services to the population in terms of homelessness, also working with rape victims, working with single moms, the Father Initiative program, the homeless program. There are so many agencies out there that it was very, very difficult to find one or narrow my choices down to one where I felt that I would be comfortable working at. So, Catholic Charities, I just want to give the mission. But before I go into the mission, I do want to state that I was able to network with one of the program uh, administrative directors at a providers meeting at DHS, who we exchanged cards, of course, and she allowed me about 45 minutes of her time to give me a brief rundown. So it kind of worked well, um, reading my assignment for class and then going to a providers meeting yesterday and then meeting with someone today. So it's definitely worked out in my favor, which doesn't really happen that often because um, administration is definitely busy when it comes down to providing time for people who are looking for internships. So, given the mission of Catholic Charities, I'm going to read it because I took a lot of notes and was able to document a lot of information and download information as well. Catholic Charities of the Archdiocese of New York seeks to uphold the dignity of each person as made in the image of God by serving the basic need of the poor, troubled, frail, and oppressed of all religion. Catholic Charities collaborates with parishes as well as non Catholic partners in order to build a compassion and a just society. Though network of admin, I'm sorry, Through network of administered, sponsored, and affiliated agencies, Catholic Charities delivers coordinated, I probably wrote it wrong, but I'm sorry, and advocates for quality human services and programs. Let me put it in my own words. Catholic Charities focuses on such an array of services that their mission was one of the reasons that grabbed me. Not because I'm coming from an agency that it's also faith based, as Providence House. Catholic Charities offers so much more um, in providing the services that are generally in New York. But Catholic Charities is so big that I wanted to be able to touch different areas so that I can find or hone in where my calling was. Helping people is not an issue for me. It has never been an issue for me. I think finding the right population, because as professionals in the human service field or in the social services field, we want to help everyone. And in helping everyone, we tend to lack in certain areas. So for me to be able to intern or later on in the future work for an agency that will provide me that openness is what I'm looking for. So I know my time is running low, so I'm going to try to narrow this all down. Um, Catholic Charities, their programs are all over. When I say all over, I mean that they touch base with youth mentoring, providing services for the youth. They also have, um, I'm sorry, they also Catholic Charities also provides advocacy. I'm stuttering now because I'm rushing, so please just bear with me. Catholic Charities also has a division of adoption. Catholic Charities works with homeless women, homeless families, homeless single male, homeless single female. Catholic Charities also has a division where they work with street work programs where they're just providing food and trying to encourage individuals to come from outside in the street to come at least inside and get a bed to sleep in and try to work and see if that individual will need any further services. Catholic Charities also has other programs which made it so much easier to narrow down my choices in agencies so that I could do my internship. All of us are looking for an agency that can provide an array of services that we tend to look and see what the familiarities are, and unfortunately we forget that there are agencies that may be able to touch base in different programs that they have. Workforce and training, special pop, those are people with special needs or mental illness or the MICA population. Catholic Charities also deals with immigration issues, people who are in the country that are not protected by any laws, but Catholic Charities offers services to them as well. Again, with the housing, with me, that's a very big concern because we still have people sleeping in the train and sleeping in the streets and sleeping in the park when New York has such an abundance of services. Not too many people know about these services, so they feel a little sheltered or afraid to move forward on these services, or when we start looking back at what we've been reading in our assignments, we tend to think about applying the general practices that we've already learned with the population that we're already servicing. In meeting with this director, I was able to see that a lot of the people in Catholic Charities, once they go there and they begin to work at Catholic Charities, that there's so much that's going on. There's so much of a focus in the areas that everybody is trying to take care of and try to solve. That was what caused me to really hone in on Catholic Charities. That's what pulled me into Catholic Charities. I just want to touch base on the assignment syllabus just to be sure that I hit every area, even though I think I just jab it off and hone in everywhere. But I just want to be sure that I talked about the agency, the director, official presentation of the agency. You would make it okay. I think I touched base, and I think I kind of went over by 3 minutes. But again, Catholic Charities is definitely a large agency, and I would really, really like to apply the skills that I have and also enhance the skills that I have at Catholic Charities. And that would be my ideal workplace, also my ideal place for internship. Thank you.